To start, I would first like to say that generally movies that are set in just one place isn't exactly my cup of tea. However, I of course understand why they are doing this, as the story revolves around this cutter, who have come to Chicago from London. But usually, in those one-shot movies, I don't feel a story usually is that dynamic. My main problem here is with the cast. Perhaps some of you might disagree, but for me the only good acting performance in this movie is from the leading actor Mark Rylance. He is really good in his role as this deceiving old man who really holds his cover as a former gang member. Sadly, the rest don't follow up, and neither Zoe Dutch, Dylan O'Brien, Johnny Flynn or Russell Beale do well with the roles that they are given. The most prevalent problem here is the mafia guys. None of them really look and feel like realistic mafia guys. I want my mafia guys to be crazy, maybe like someone as Theo Rossi, who often is casted as a guy that's a little crazier and one you really fear. But I feel like whether it is the role of Dylan O'Brien or Johnny Flynn, none of them feel downright menacing, and they are one of the least feared gang members ever in a movie. I am absolutely not saying we need an Al Pacino style gangster in every movie, but it would certainly have made the movie more entertaining compared to a boring boss like Russell Beale. Perhaps some of you might check out their other movies after this, but I certainly won't. You also, of course, have the role of Nicky Amuka Bird, who is the least realistic character. Okay, yes, so this story is all fictional. Absolutely yes, but it's hard for me to immerse myself in a story with a character that is so unrealistic it doesn't make sense. That a black woman really could be a gangster leader in the 1950s could really not be further from the truth. And that is something that is just written here to please diversity and really doesn't have much to do with an actual gangster character in the 1950s. It is, of course, easier to notice how well Mark Rylance is acting in the movie, as he is the deceiver and the one that gets most of the screen time. He is really clever with the lines he is given, but like I said, it makes me sad that there are not good actors around him. The movie reminds me of the same feeling I had after watching Memory, while this movie at the same time fails to hold me immersed right up until the end. The particular ending in Memory is also much more exciting than the one in this movie, but they share the same cast problem. Perhaps I judge unfairly, but I feel other actors could have made a story feel more alive. They could have made the interrogations more intimidating, screamed a little more, really brought fear into your mind. Johnny Flynn tries to do that, but not enough in my opinion. Obviously, I don't fear him, and for me, that's a real disappointment. The worst actor, however, is probably Dylan O'Brien, and his typical boyish lines. I'm sure maybe they were written exactly for him, and maybe there's not too much he could have done better. One might speculate, but I speculate the other way around, and that he could have tried a bit more. My feeling is that this actor could have been replaced with just about any other man. That's kinda hard to say, but that's also my true meaning. Yeah guys, that was my review of the outfit, and if you have a totally different opinion, that is totally okay.